Welcome, everyone, to Ruston, Louisiana, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech, and the fans are in Joe IA Stadium ready to have a good time. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Owls offense will have the first possession of the game. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention. But this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football.
This is going to be the toughest game.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So Louisiana Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They'll run the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up.
This is a freshman.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Where's our defense?
This scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The play action fake. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Pressure coming. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll play it safe and try for 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Didn't make him sweat it all.
Well, for lose.
And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
The Louisiana Tech with, oh boy.
We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home
I mean,
today.
we playing
Nice job on the opening drive.
the championship
Lots of
game.
poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile
Oh,
environment.
shit.
They're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes.
No way.
Crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll
Look
look
better
to
than
deep.
these
He'll
Louisville.
settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work.
Oh, I'm
settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Dumps it off in the flats. He's right there to stop him, but the quick...
This is frustrating.
First down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
No. Force of.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And this
Finally.
sophomore wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Getting some heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him.
Yes, I got Matt.
Got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance...
That's bullshit!
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast.
I hate that person.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense.
No way.
Onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Oh, that would be bad.
Slips through the line, and the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on the first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming
it's just bullshit.
Throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Get it out on the screen. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running.
Makes the catch.
Finally.
To the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown Owls.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. He finds his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
He
Like
had
the decision
this.
by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Comes out throwing on 1st down. They're bringing heat.
Hell yeah.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going for it all. And the DB
Good
right
defense.
with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with it.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Oh, well.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the heat gets home.
Hit him high.
Back at the 45. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone
That's
has
5
the same ball.
sacks.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense does such a good...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard
I don't want
line.
that.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone.
And that pass picked off.
That's what I think of
Going
you.
the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
This?
That's the
Oh!
advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You got an extra DB. You got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good in precise with these passes because
Pick
they got
up.
speed
Pick up.
in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. It's complete.
Wow.
Right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. There's a timeout on the field.
We cannot win.
Late in the first half.
We just can't.
They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes to the end zone.
Yes.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception. Stealing points now off the board.
Looking to buy time. He's going to fire to the left. Got it in stride inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash. A 34-yard attempt coming.
I thought I was going to say, if that don't go in.
A two-play drive results in a field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run it behind the big guys.
Hell yeah.
Left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Moving out of the pocket. And he can't
3
find a
sacks.
receiver, and down he goes.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
He gets a block. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Quick handoff. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
He's waking up.
Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. The give to the tailback. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Kennesaw State has a chance now on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls. Lining up to tackle.
Okay, I'm calm. I just want to be undefeated.
One more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away.
I don't know if we're going to have another chance at this.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, and who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Unloads quickly.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Bulldogs are marching down the field.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Smack just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. At the 35, he's loose. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. A new set of downs after the completion. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Rides to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
This is the worst game by our quarterback.
This is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making.
We're not going to
That
rush.
was not a good one by the quarterback.
Oh, we should have. We should have.
Can play well in this sudden change situation.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. Off the play fake. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Wants to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what they do on third down.
Louisiana Tech is tough.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
All right, he's a president.
They've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball in your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
We can't win. We're up 17-3.
Gonna get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation. And he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
I'm so scared.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Got his man on the right. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Hand off to the long
Which is not good.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I mean, yeah, we are. I'm so stressed.
On that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground right at the gut, looking for 6. And the defense makes a tackle, but not before. He gets down to the 2. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
We lost.
When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown.
I'm so pissed.
He knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
I mean, we still got a
Here's
chance.
the return
Shit.
from inside
My
his 10.
God.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't find his man. He took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, it affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quickly complete. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's
I never been so fucking nervous.
To the air on 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. They march 78
I never had a major headache
and what a
like
huge
this.
score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Here comes the kickoff as we are all
We
tied
got to step our defense up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah,
and the pressure will get there.
We got 8 sacks, but we can't.
That could be a costly play. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. He's knocked down in the backfield.
Okay, maybe we can.
Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th.
Kentucky
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've got the ball in field goal range, David. Now it's just a matter of taking care of it.
And you've worked this all week. You know, take care of the football, get a few extra yards, Jesse. Make sure that clock obviously doesn't run out on you.
Yeah, bleed the clock.
We got first down, and that's all we need.
Situated where your kicker likes to kick from, the center or one of the hatches.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's believe.
The offense coughs it up. Defense coming up with
No way.
recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look.
Oh, we might.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on. In his view,
No
the
way. We
officials agree and overturn the call. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot.
And we're undefeated.
A ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away.
We're still undefeated.
That one, that will be
I don't know how.
mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida and just the games that stand out the most.